Good morning and welcome to Family Search. Nope, I'm sorry, Family History with Chris. Uh, I am Chris, and I wanted to share with you today my temple experience. Honestly, this is the third time I've tried to record this. The first time, I don't think I got anything. Uh, like the screen was blank and everything. And then the second time, uh, my mic was off, so there was no sound. And so it's like I'm trying to be stopped recording this. So it's either it's it's probably important. So um, anyway, uh, so the last time I talked to you was when I was going off to the temple. We talked about the my eighth great grandfather, Daniel Olson, who comes from Sweden, and uh, so I've been thinking about this channel a lot, and when when I was in between Carlsbad and Hobbs, uh, you know, so let me back up here. Lubbock Temple is about 3 hours away. Hobbs is about an hour, and so um, in between there, it just dawned on me a reason why I need to do this, and it was gathering Israel. Um, just out of nowhere, I don't know why it just popped into my head. It's like, oh, this is helping gather Israel. So, gathering Israel is not only taking place on this side of the veil, but on the other side. So, we're trying to help bring to the fold of God as many people as possible. Uh, Let them hear the gospel, receive their ordinances, and like I've said before, you know, our ancestors can't do it without us, and we can't do it without them. So, uh, yeah, it hit me hard that this is family history is part of gathering Israel. So that's my biggest takeaway. When I got there, like a few things that I find fascinating when going to the temple is, it's like there's a brotherly kindness there, and you can talk to everybody as if you knew them for a long time, and that's just really neat. And I wish that was more had out in the world, but it's not. Um, so I was sitting by this guy, just ask him how are you doing? You doing all right and stuff. He's like, yeah, I come here all the time. I'm just not too far away. And it's like, oh yeah, well, I came from Carlsbad, and it's 3 hours away. He's like, oh, I've lived in Carlsbad all my life. I'm like, oh really? So I learned that 9 years ago he moved up to Lubbock, uh, took his parents' house because it was a lot closer. They were going to the temple uh, like every week, and I thought, well, since his parents had passed, I was like, let's just go live there, and then we can, we're that much closer to the temple. So that was really fascinating to me. And then there was another guy on my other side. He got up and he walked out the door and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, it was a full session, and I was wondering if I needed to move over or whatnot. But later on, he came back, and I'm like, hey, I saved your seat. just just joking around like I do. But he's like, yeah, thanks. He was helping this lady that hadn't been for a very long time. She's only been once, and so this is her second time. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. It's great to hear, you know, more people going to the temple. And here's another thing, you hear the prophet. They say that it's the ladies of the church that are going to help bring in people and help gather Israel. And if I'm saying anything incorrect, please let me know, because I don't want to steer anybody wrong. But it was a full session, mostly women, but it's just really neat to see that, So my wife, she has a hard time hearing and stuff like that, so she requires one of those videos, TVs or something, so she can see the sign language and stuff. And then later on, after we were all done, I got to talk to that guy again that I was sitting by. He's like, yeah, out here we get to, we're in the ward that has ASL and stuff like that. So it's like the ASL ward of the stake or something like that. And so it's like, wow, that's really cool. And I was telling him about some people in our ward, and it's like, well, do you know the Browns? It's like, oh yeah, I know those. I know the Browns. Like, yeah, their daughter comes down sometimes, and then I'm so glad when she does, because and then she can help my wife out. And me, I'm not good at signing, and I should learn that. But anytime my wife can't see lips or things like that, then I try to mimic what they say for her. Not the best at that either, but that's okay. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you, and I just saw some numbers not moving. I was like, oh, am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay. Kind of worried. This is the third time, I want to make sure you guys get my content. Another thing I thought of, and I wanted to share with you as I finish up here, is something about the family histories. I'm also reminded of the standard of truth. The standard of truth has been erected. No unhallowed hand can stop the work from progressing. Persecutions may rage, mobs may combine, armies may assemble, calumny may defame, but the truth of God will go forth boldly, nobly, and independent, till it has penetrated every continent, swept every country, visited every clime, and sounded in every ear, until the purposes of God shall be accomplished, and the great Jehovah shall say, the work is done. I know the Lord's coming. Things are pretty bad right now, but it's also pretty great. There's a lot of good going on, and I hope that we can find the good. And I think through family history, this would help. It's going to help me get to know your family and stuff. Since I've started this channel, I've started playing around on Family Search, and I've seen a few fun things to do. So I'd like to share those with you later in other episodes, such as celebrities you're related to. Photos. Who do you look like the most? And things like that. I don't know if that one would take very long. Still fun. And indexing. They've really made it easy to do. So I will leave that with you, and we will catch you next time. Thanks. Bye.